Hello everyone, welcome to another video in the series Everything you need to know about the Immortal. Today we will be taking a look at Seondeok, Queen of Silla, and in this video I hope to be able to cover everything you need to know and weaknesses and why she is very good in the fire mod. And personally I just maxed her out recently and I'm looking to put her in my fire team as well. Although my fire team is not the first or main team, but it can be really strong second and third team for your account. So in this video we'll be take a deeper look into her skills and her artifact, see if it's worth it to change her from Empress Wu. And like always, before we go through with our video, we need to know a little bit about Seondeok's background. Seondeok is a queen of Silla, was the first reigning queen of Korea and one of the most celebrated monarch of the ancient kingdom of Silla. Known for her wisdom, intelligence, and diplomatic skill, she focused on unifying Korea and strengthening Silla amidst regional conflicts. And that's it about her history. Personally, I didn't know about her before I saw her in the game, but me being Korean enthusiast and Korean cultures, I like cultures a lot. And I was interested. I did some research, and it was really interesting to find information about her. Now let's go back into the game and how to get Seondeok. Seondeok is a KVK immortal, or previously it was a KVK immortal, but nowadays you can get her through Lucky Spin, and of course you can get her via Summoning Hall, Harbor, Random Immortal Fragments, Cultivating Immortals, and one thing I forgot to mention here is from King of the Hill. You can, if you grind King of the Hill, then you can get 60 fragments from the event plus the total like rewards or total ranking event as well. So you are able to try and get maximum 100 and I think it was 180 fragments total. If not, you are only able to get around 120, which is good as well. And like always, 60 fragments to unlock her, and you need total of 960 fragments to max her out and unlocking the artifact slot. Now let's take a look at Seondeok's stats and ultimate skill. Let's take a look at her base stats right there on the left. You can see that her physical attack and the crit hit is way above the rest, but that's because I have level 55 gear, the attacking bow on Seondeok, and of course being level 55 helps a lot. So you can see like a little bit different from what, without the gear, but with the gear you can see that crit hit is really strong. That is what I want to emphasize with Seondeok as an immortal. Her crit is really strong and her physical attack is really good as well, and that's kind of what you want to focus on when you're thinking about Seondeok. Her energy regen is a little bit slow compared to other fire immortals, but in my opinion still very strong, worth to get if you can get her. And if you want to run back like double backliner, that damage backliner with Wu and Seondeok, you can do that, but in my opinion Seondeok alone can carry the fight if you choose to only run with one of them. And her ultimate, shoot a fierce arrow that concentrates the power of Phoenix, deal damage rate 650%, which is a lot, to the current target for the next 6 seconds. An explosion will trigger whenever the enemy receives one critical attack. Cause physical damage to all enemy units 250%, trigger up to 4 explosions within 6 seconds. That's the damage numbers, really good. and we are going to take a look at her skills and see how it works and see if damage is that good as it says with the 650% and extra 250% burst damage. And now we are back at the training camp and we are going to highlight Seondeok's ultimate. So here I have a level 55 Hippolyta, level 55 Cyrus, and I choose these two because if I were to run a fire team in the future, because I just recently maxed out Seondeok as I mentioned earlier, I want to set up something like this. You might want to run either William or Trajan. I don't have Trajan maxed yet, so I'm not gonna put them here, but since we are here, we're gonna only focusing on Seondeok's ultimate and see how it works. So from the early on, you can see that her energy regen is very basic, nothing special if you compare to other fire immortals. You can see here Hippolyta, Cyrus already have proccing their ultimate, while Seondeok just started to proc her ultimate. So as you can see here, when she is doing her ultimate, she basically shoots at one target and then there will be like an explosion behind, and then every time it crits, there will be even more explosion, which is the extra 250% damage. You can see here she is doing pretty good. Yeah, basically she managed to proc her ultimate 2 times, which is okay in 30 seconds, but you know that is not the main damage of Seondeok. The main damage of Seondeok is the Mytho Phoenix, the area damage, which is the burst damage. So it proc 7 times in 2 ults, which basically says, yeah, that's really good. That's basically you hit all the back immortals up to 4 times. So yeah, pretty correct, pretty accurate with the description. I really like this one. It could have hit one more, but it dodged 1 time, or actually hit 6 times and dodged 1 time. So to me, this is a very good immortal, very good ultimate if you have the correct skills and set up for Seondeok to be a main carry. I think this ultimate can be really strong in the PvP aspect of the game and also PvE aspect against bosses and spiders. Now let's go take a look at Seondeok's choice of artifact. Here we have 2 different kind of artifact, one for crit damage and one for physical damage. In my opinion, crit damage is way better because of the fire immortal, and Seondeok being a crit immortal, of course the perfect one would be the crit damage, but if you do not get lucky with the artifact and you get like physical damage instead, still useful and still be able to make some extra damage because Seondeok will most likely crit anyway, and the extra damage is always great to have. The artifact passive, Might of the Phoenix explosive effect duration increased to 9 seconds. In my opinion, very mid. It's not a game changer for sure, but it surely helps Seondeok against, you know, the bosses and spiders, this kind of stuff. You will see more of the like usefulness versus this kind of stuff than in PvP, because you know I think it was increased from like 6 seconds or something. I don't think that is a game changer, or it just helped a little bit, but it's not that much. And yeah, definitely if you can get the artifact, definitely go for it. Now let's take a look at Seondeok's best skills. these are the skills that I personally set up. These might not be the best for you guys, but this is the best thing that I could have come up with at the time of the video making of this video. So as a free to play, I would definitely run Death Breath, Anger, and the last skill might be, Adrenaline Rush or Unforeseen Attack if you are able to get that via Legion of Frostborn after grinding a couple of months. If not, and you're not able to unlock some of these skills, these Garrote and Chaotic Blade is also fine with her. However, I do prefer maybe the Fighting Master, Anger, and Death Breath to get some damage and get some extra, skill damage for her. But when you are using her, you may want to, concentrate of getting her ultimate to proc as much as often, because that is what the damage is, or that is what the damage coming from. As a twist skill, I put Corrosive Power, Implosion, Chaos Storm, Time to Shine, and Battle Stance. I think Battle Stance is very situational. I think Battle Stance should be used when you do not have like full fire, maybe like a fire with Theo or something that might be useful there. But other than that, I don't think you should count it on. Time to Shine, I'm anticipating for this skill, been waiting for this skill for quite a while now. I'm looking for this skill to come in recharge pack where I can get it from, and it's a perfect skill for Seondeok, and I think that should be like a skill that should always be on Seondeok if you have Seondeok and the fire team as the main march. The next one being the Corrosive Power, I think that one is also, if you're able to get it, you should be able to get this skill with Seondeok as well. Implosion, very situational. I think it might be better on Hippolyta maybe, but on Seondeok is still gonna be a very, very strong as well. And the last one being Chaos Storm. Chaos Storm is a better version of Death Breath, and it also debuffs the enemy with 10% damage taken, which is pretty good. And yeah, these are the skills that I would pick on Seondeok if I were gonna run her, but I'm gonna test in this, or later in this video, I will test Seondeok with the free-to-play aspect of the game. So, because all among the three skills that I set up here, I do only have one skill, so I won't be able to test them with the twist. But I'm just assuming from other that have these skills and tried her out, and they told me, like, on average they told me something like this, and that's how I got the idea from. Now let's go take a look in the game and see what kind of teams you might want to run Seondeok on. To me, full fire here, I personally want to run her with Cyrus, Hippolyta, and if you have Trajan available, you might want to use Trajan instead of William, but currently I do not have Trajan available. He should be 3 stars, so I don't want to use him right now. And this is something that I want to run personally. If you are able to get Trajan from King to Hill event, or you want to pay for him, you can do that as well. But as you can see here, my fire will be the 3rd team for me, and possibly in the future it will be the 4th team, and it's still gonna work very fine. But let's bring back William with the flag, and let's take a look at some of the nooms that we can expect from. I don't want to try to hit somebody with the fire march, but we can take a look in the arena. I think the people I hit, or here we go, he This is my friend from the guild 2-pack. He is running Seondeok, and he's running something like this is weird in my opinion, but understandable. I'm not gonna complain because if it works, right? And you can see he has a pretty good artifact as well. And let's take a look at some damage. Here you can see still doing a lot of damage. Death Breath is really good on her. And you can see here her ultimate skill, the active skill itself, is only hit one time. And what? This is very confusing to be honest, because it says it can hit up to max 4 times for like the extra burst damage, but you see here she hit me with 1 arrow and it procs 12 times. It means that after each explosion it keeps, continue to explode. So the passive damage is going to be way more than the active damage, or the on-hit damage. So if you want to run Seondeok over Empress Wu, this is a very good indicator which kind of immortal that you might want to run for your fire team. I'm gonna make a video about this very soon, so keep an eye on that. It's gonna be between Empress Wu versus Seondeok in a fire team, which one you wanna make it there. So, but for this, see here, still very good. I don't know why he put spell disintegrator there, but you can see very strong fire team, and he beat me in this report, which is fine. I'm in transition of changing teams, and I'm trying a lot of things different now, so I'm gonna lose a lot. So yeah, I think, let's see here. Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised of his skills, but you can see here, I think also it plays a huge factor that his crit damage is there. Yeah, he's running pretty good one, good artifact, good. Oh, he actually have portrait level 20 here as well, so no wonder the damage is pretty good. I wonder if it has here. Okay, he has higher. Definitely strong immortal. And here I actually hit and Nooms. And you can see here that the aerial damage is there. If it's proccing a lot, you're gonna do way more damage than what you do here. And of course, people thought it's gonna carry here because of the MX there are with artifact and stuff already, and that is ready. But as for Seondeok, without skills, very strong. I really recommend you guys to run fire team as your second or third if you have something else that as your main. But if you plan to run fire main, I would probably run with Theodora here, to cleanse all these blade vortex skills and stuff like that, and keep the fire team more sustaining. I think that is way to go personally. But if you're running like a pure burst damage fire team, I would definitely run something like this with Trajan instead of William. And that's basically a very strong burst fire team that can be used as your first team on the arena or Chrono Supreme to burst down enemies main team, or enemies like second, third, and fourth team. It always helps, and that's why both me and 2-pack here using fire first to just basically burst down my fire and burst down my main team, and it helps on and so on. So yeah, Seondeok, really great immortal. I would really recommend you guys trying to get her for your fire team. If you guys are working on something else, you can do that first, but if you guys want to start on a fire team, Seondeok is definitely worth the time, the grind for it. I think she's super good, and keep an eye on the video that will come very soon about Seondeok versus Empress Wu and which one to make like your main carry for your fire team. So yeah, thanks you guys for watching and see you guys in the next video.